Hey guys, you're here with Carl James for another episode of Carl's Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat. I'm your host, and this is my guest, Vini Gardner, who is owner of Mad for Miniatures in st.austell. This weekend, we've got our Battle of the Kingdoms Qualifier, which is the 17th.
Yep.
And this episode is just going to give you a roundup of what Battle of the Kingdoms is and where it originated.
Yeah, so first off, I'll talk a bit about what Battle of the Kingdoms is for those of you that don't know. It's a series of events that were brought to us in 2011 by Gamers Events in conjunction with Konami. It's a series of qualifiers exclusive to the TCG. The country was split into 8 kingdoms, Wessex, Anglia, Mercia, Northumbria, and some others I can't pronounce. Each event, the top 8 players progressed to the Battle of the Kingdoms final, plus the top 4 players formed their kingdoms champions, and they had the chance to win the Battle of the Kingdoms team championship as well.
Last year's winner of this event was Jake Quincy. And so after the success of last year's Battle of the Kingdom, Konami decided to let the program run again. But this time, instead of splitting it into 8 countries, they split it into 10 countries. The kingdoms include Kingdom of Londonium, which is run by 21st Century Youth in East London.
Then there was the Kingdom of Uladi, Creative Destruction in Portadown.
You got the Kingdom of Lootcoit, Game HQ in Birmingham.
And then Cymru, the Welsh Games Club in Cardiff.
And you got the Kingdom of Wessex, which is the game shop in Aldershot.
And then Fortune, the Highland Games in Dundee.
You got the Kingdom of Mercia, which is Patriot Games in Sheffield.
Then Kingdom of Sussex was Daydream Nation in Brighton.
And the Kingdom of Cornevai is Fanboy Free in Manchester.
And that leaves us finally on this weekend, the Kingdom of Dunnonium and Mad for Miniatures in st.austell. So far, all the other qualifiers have taken place, and we just have the Mad for Miniatures one left, but we'll come to you with the results of those later. Last year, we had 76 in attendance at Mad for Miniatures, which wasn't as high as we'd hoped, but this year it's set to be more busy. We have players travelling from Bristol, Southampton, Yeovil, Lyme Regis, and of course Plymouth and the Antics crew. Currently, we are pre-registered at around 80 and have been getting calls every day, adding more players.
Last year, obviously, we ran the qualifier here, and our winner was Ryan Pang, and his teammates included Steve Mitchell and 2 players from Yeovil, Matt Biss and Sheldon. Unfortunately, the team didn't place last year, but Ryan managed to top 4. Good old Pang.
Good old Pang. A bit more about the tournament we're hoping to run this weekend. We're hoping it will be 7 or 8 rounds of Swiss with a top 8 cut. All attendees will receive 2 turbo packs at least. The winner is going to receive a booster box of their choice from a lovely selection we have here. Generation Force, Order of Chaos, Storm of Ragnarok, Duelist Revolution or Photon Shockwave. And then the rest of the boosters will be in a scaled fashion. But yeah, everyone receives at least 2 of those. The top 16 will receive this lovely Konami branded deck box, which is quite nice. Is very nice. And for the top 4 will receive these this bag.
Which looks like pants.
Which does look like a pair of underpants.
Very nice pants.
But yeah, nice pants. The top 4 will receive that as well. We'll also be handing out some random prizes during the day, including some of these playmats. We'll be using our raffle system and our big foam dice to do that. And that's pretty much all the prizes for the day, so not too bad.
Seems like could be a really fun day for anyone who shows up. Our judge team for the day will be Vini Gardner, Charles Powell, who's coming down from Southampton.
That's right, yeah.
And has kindly offered his services. And Matt Hammond, who's a regular judge at MFM, will be the head judge for the day. We kick off around 11 AM, £8 entry. Pre-registration is suggested, but not necessary, although it is a little bit late.
Yeah, it's getting on now.
Yeah.
So that's about it really for what the Battle of the Kingdom is and the Mad for Miniatures tournament. I think we're going to bring the results of all the other kingdoms to you now.
So yeah, guys, we got the results here. Sorry if we pronounced anybody's name wrong or whatever, but we haven't got all the results from all of the kingdoms because it was actually really hard to track down
some of the clubs.
results.
Yeah, some of the clubs were a bit hard to get hold of, as were some of the shops. but we do have quite a lot of results. So
Yeah, we managed to get about 4 or 5 shops from there.
yeah, 5 shops in the club.
So yeah, here's the results.
Cool. Am I doing the first ones? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
can
So, Kingdom of Londinium, the 21st century youth in East London. First was Luke Leonard running Dino Rabbit. Not much of a surprise there. Second was Corey Lamoth, also running Dino Rabbits. Third was Charles Powell, who's coming to judge here, running Chaos XYZ. And Tom Payne using Agents. That was before the ban list, I assume. Gavin Poyser was in 5th using Chaos. Then Brian Lau running Dino Rabbits. Zach Bloundel running Chaos XYZ. And Maurice Samuels running Insectors. The next 3 kingdoms were Creative Destruction in Portadown, Game HQ in Birmingham, and Welsh Games Club in Cardiff. You're going to do the Games Club though, aren't you? Because I couldn't get Birmingham's or Portadown's results. So,
but yeah, we do have the Welsh Club top 8, but we don't have what decks they were playing. But first was Thomas Newton.
Houghton. Yeah.
Michael Tino, Jamie Wolfe, Luke Jones, Ian Wembridge, Luke Diamond, George Andrews, and Jason Barrett made up the top 8 there.
Next was the Kingdom of Wessex, the game shop in Aldershot. First was David Price using Insector. Second, Rio Hill using Dino Rabbit. Third and fourth were Charlie Turner using Dino Rabbit, Marcus Patel using Chaos Dragon. 5th to 8th was Tony Hong using Insector, although supposedly he dropped at the end of Swiss. More about that in a minute. George Northway using Insector, Alex Drinkwater using Skill Drain, Dark World, and Raja Sood using Dino Rabbit. In 9th place was Tom Watabiki using Doom Caliber Rabbit, so we're not sure whether he's in or Tony Hong's in. So we don't know about that. The next one that we don't have results for was the Highlander Games in Dundee. So the next one is Mercia and Patriot Games in Sheffield.
For that one, there are 150 players there, and the winner of that was Jake Quincy. And then you got Sam Robinson, who was using Chainburn. You got Cy Dewhurst,
Dewhurst
using Insector. Then you got Luke Quincy using Dino Rabbit. Got Daniel Towers using Wind Up or Six Sams.
We're not
quite sure.
Yeah.
Then you got Joe Scott using Dino Rabbit. Got Daniel Jackson using Insectors, and Nathan Dunnis using Wind Up or Six Sams again. We're not sure.
Yeah, we didn't know which way round that went. The next one we have is Daydream Nation in Brighton. There were 69 players there. The top 4, but we don't know which order this was Tony Hong using Dino Rabbit, so if he's in there, he can't be in the other one. Johan Roberts using Dino Rabbit. Ben Goodridge using Insectors with Equip Spells. James Cook using Chaos Dragon. And 5th to 8th was Paris Ryan Newsom using Insectors. Chris Ball using Chaos Dragon. Someone's name who the person couldn't remember using Dino Rabbit, and Alex Hancock using Insector. So yeah, that one's, there's a few details there. Just one we don't know. I wonder who that was. And then the last one was Fanboy Free in Manchester.
Yeah, we've got the top 4 for that one. The winner was Wayne Pinkney with Wind Ups. The second one was Ethan Spending using Dino Rabbit. You got Simon He using Dino Rabbit.
Simon Ho.
This is he.
Simon Ho.
Chris Morale using Dino Rabbit. And the rest of the top 8 was made up of 3 Dino Rabbits and a Dragon Beatdown deck in Manchester.
So that leaves us with just one more left, and that's Mad for Miniatures in st.austell.
We don't have the results for yet.
We can't bring you the results yet.
It hasn't happened.
Yeah, but it will be happening in 2 days. And after that, we will bring you the results as an update to this video.
So yeah, that's the report of the Battle of the Kingdoms. We will be back next week with the results of St. Austell's Battle of the Kingdoms. Until then,
we might even have some more details about some of these other ones.
We might do indeed, because they might have got back to us. But until then, guys, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Yeah.